special guest this period, the coach of the Southern Stars, Mr. Bill Hill. We've got a jam underway right now. And let's follow that. Frank Apodaca for the Bombers. Charlie Buckets Gibson for the Pioneers. Hard block.
It's going to be a good one, Kenny.
Oh, yeah.
Gibson's not going to take anything from Apodaca. Apodacca's not going to take it from Gibson. Here we go.
You guys that are normally defensive players in the pack, look out. Apodaca almost a Pioneer down, and Gibson has been falling off.
All right. Smart play by Gibson. Shows he's thinking. Knows what's going on. The guy's got his head in the game. I wish we could have seen the conclusion of that jam. These two guys like to hit.
Yeah, I tell you. And they kind of relish it. A couple of defensive guys, when they get a chance to go out there, just bang it back and forth between them.
Yeah, it's sort of nice. I'll tell you, when I wear the pivot helmet and I get a chance to go out and jam once in a while, I remember how I started.
Well, Bill, a bit of controversy tonight. The Bombers fielding 9 men in uniform. Of course, you can only have 5 on the track at the same time. They picked up Ed Dresser. They had a chance to pick him up as a freelance skater. You were after Dresser.
You're right. I thought I had Ed Dresser signed to a contract. He's an old friend of mine. We skated together several years ago, and he sort of stood me up at the end. I'll remember that, Kenny. But the bottom line is, it doesn't matter how many guys you have on the team, it's how good the guys are. The Bombers could have 20 guys who skate against the Stars. I don't care.
Right now on this jam, it's Joe Perez for the Pioneers. The Bombers, Brad Lemkill out. Look out, sidestep. Perez coming back. Sidestep by Lemkill.
Lemkill's got his hands full. Joe Perez is one of the crappiest skaters in the league.
Lemkill staying with him so far. He comes back. Sidestep by Perez.
Good move by Perez.
Lemkill just won't go down, though. Gibson on the pin for the Pioneers. Apodaca for the Bombers. The two that banged it out on the jam last time are back on the bench in their primary role.
And I got a feeling the jammers are going to get a little frustration released on them.
Oh, yeah, that does happen.
It does happen.
Set to the rail now. Apodaca will go after Gibson. Apodaca on the inside. Lemkill trying to follow. Time beginning to run out. Here comes Perez up. Perez trying to get in. The horn sounds. Time runs out.
Kenny, I got to say something. I've heard Bill Grohl stand out on these interviews and say that Frank Apodaca is a star right now. But if we go back to that play, Apodaca had Gibson on the ropes and couldn't put him down at the end. He still has a few things to learn.
Well, there was no score on the play. It remains 21 Pioneers, 16 Bombers. Right now, the roster for the visiting Pioneers in the men's field, 51 is Chuck Kennedy, 52 Joe Perez, 53 the coach JoJo Stafford, 54 is Larry Lewis, 56 is Daff Waters, 55 Charlie Gibson, and we're losing our place here. 57 is the rookie Jim Smith, 58 is the slimmed down version of Jerry Cattell, and number 59, the big guy blocking the back, James Johnson.
54 is Larry Stoll.
Larry Stoll.
Right. This is Larry Lewis, number 32 out on the jam right now. The guy is quick.
Jerry Cattell, Bill Grohl hanging around the front of the pack as Cattell is trying to get out after Lewis. Back, all belongs to Larry Lewis right now. Bill Grohl keeping Cattell back in the pack. That's what the crowd is yelling about.
Uh-oh. That was a nasty fall. Jim Johnson went down. Getting back up. I thought he was hurt there.
All right, Cattell the block. Here comes Larry Lewis. Bill Grohl to assist. Lewis fast on his skates. Watch this to the outside. Reverse flip inside. Lewis has got the points still going. Rail, hard block from Denver. Lewis will call it off. There are 2 points. There was the initial point over Johnson on the infield.
That's right. That's right. I thought Johnson was hurt. He came back. Kenny, I'm a bit disappointed in Jerry Cattell. Bill Grohl, watch this. Watch this, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Bill Grohl and Larry Lewis have been doing this for years. Jerry Cattell has been around. He should have had a little more on the ball and known what was coming up and made the appropriate move. He didn't.
That's how points are scored.
Well, that may be how points are scored, but my point is, if you're mentally tough and you're alert as to what's going on in the game, you can prevent a lot of those points. And Jerry Cattell dropped down at that particular time.
The Bombers pick up a point, 21-18. They're still trailing the Pioneers in the Bomber roster in the midfield. 31 is Brad Lemkill, 32 Larry Lewis, 33 Chris Keenan, 34 is Ed Dresser, 35 Tim Patton, 36 Frank Apodaca, 37 Louis Caravello, 38 the coach Bill Grohl, 39 Dennis Claymore.
Okay. Now Cattell's out. He got embarrassed. He's going going to make up for it. That's what's going through this man's mind, and look what he does.
Runs Claiborne, the Bomber jammer, into the rail.
Mr. Claiborne's eating upright.
The rookie Smith out for the Pioneers right now.
And this kid is going to be good. You mark my words. Jimmy Smith, number 57 on the Pioneers, has what it takes. This is his very first pro game.
He's already scored his first pro point, too.
And he did it over Larry Lewis, didn't he?
That's right.
You're sure right he did.
Dresser blocked back hard by Stafford. Smith back up in the lead, moving on Bomber coach Bill Grohl.
And he keeps coming. Look at this kid. Here comes Stafford.
Oh, immediately.
All right.
To the rail. Smith scrambling right up. This kid's got spunk.
He sure does.
He keeps running back up on Grohl. Then to the rail again. Time runs out. There is no score on a hard-fought jam, Bill.
I had been watching this kid, Jimmy Smith, for a couple of months in the training program. Scopus stole him from me. If I could have this kid, Jimmy Smith, within 2 years, you'd see a star. I guarantee it.
You know, let's watch a replay on this again. You lost Smith to the Pioneers. You lost Dresser to the Bombers. They're talking about Diane Syverson going to the Canadian team, the Northern Knights.
They can talk about Diane going all they want to. Diane is happy where she is. I'm paying her very well. I guarantee you she's going to remain a star because that's what she is, and that's all I have.
Okay, we just saw the replay there, the heavy pounding that rookie Smith took in the hands of Bombers.
But he kept coming. The kid's got it, and he will be there. Guaranteed, Jimmy Smith.
Now, Bill, another thing I want to bring up. Now, the Eastern Express, recently I was back there. They had their home opener in New York, and they took it to the Southern Stars, their first home meeting of the season. Now, you got any plans in store for James Ball and company?
James Ball and the Eastern Express won that game, but I don't think you can say they took it to us. In fact, I think if you check the injury report, you're going to see that the Southern Stars probably won the war.
Jerry Cattell blocking up front. And the start of this period really got Cattell fired up here. He's out and pumping. He's got all the rights to the jammer. He doesn't have his helmet on.
Cattell, you have to get the guy going, but he's a blind tiger. That's what his nickname has always been, and that's what he is.
All right, he
gets these Masonite right now.
Right, here comes Cattell up on the inside. Roll down. Cattell's got a point. Back up. Here comes the Bomber jammer. Leskill hit back again. Apodaca up. Look out. Now Apodaca is hot. Somebody in the patch does need to beat Cattell. And that is a bad mental error.
That is a bad error.
Apodaca is hot. And Charlie wins it.
Okay.
There are 2 Pioneer points because Apodaca didn't pay attention to what was happening.
Okay, let me say this, Kenny. The Bombers score a lot of their points on the basis of mental letdowns by their opposition. In that situation, you saw exactly the reverse. Jerry Cattell fell down on the infield. He still had the presence of mind to put Lemkuhl back on the rail, and then Frank Apodaca does something for no reason. It cost his team a point. What good did it accomplish?
Not for the Bombers. 23-18.
Not a bit.
By 5.
You know, we're on the subject of these new players, and I have a couple.
You've got one on your team, third-generation skater.
Let's talk about a couple of third-generation skaters. You know, you've got one number 54 for the Pioneers on the girls' field. Lee Atkinson also skating her first pro game. But I've got the hot one. Sean Atkinson is a Southern star, and if you people want to see the best, you know Bill Hill's going to give it to you. With Sean Atkinson now, it's guaranteed, baby. Southern stars are hot. We got the Atkinson, and I'm not going to be a bit surprised before this season's over if that third-generation skater, number 54, Lee Atkinson, is not a Southern star.
In other words, you're trying to say everybody's been raiding your camp. You might not be able to do that yourself.
You got it.
All right, here out of the jam right now, Perez, but he's going to give it to Jerry Cattell. Blonde Tiger, they call him. Cattell out with a pivot helmet on all the rights of the jam.
Things are heating up. Here comes Bill Grohl. This is going to be a blockbuster right here.
Look out. You've got Smith and Claiborne also moving. It's going to be crowded back there. Cattell put down. Claiborne will cover.
You know, Claiborne, I'll explain after the play. Claiborne made a mistake.
And at the rear right now, Apodaca talking it over with Grohl. Grohl remembers in scoring position, double block. Johnson inside the Here's the whip. Grohl up. Breaks the block. He goes around. Johnson
going after Grohl dumps the tail. Here we'll see it. The Bombers could have had 2 scores.
All right, Grohl gets 3 out of 4 points here.
Okay.
Right, Claiborne should have been.
Right,
That's the only
he should have
point
kept going. He stopped. Another mental lapse on the part of the Bombers. You know, maybe they have to have a lot of guys on the team because none of them are very smart. Have you ever thought about that? Maybe they think their collective intelligence of 9 guys will equal 7.
Well, Bill, Gil, we'll leave it on that note. Time has run out here in the 6th period. Thank you very much for being with us. And the Bombers now 22, the Pioneers 23. At this point, we'll pause along this IRSL Madison Square Garden network.
Ken Kunzelman calls her the Golden Girl. Joni Weston along with Sue Barkley. I know you're very proud of Sue, aren't you?
I am. I'm very proud of Sue, and I'm very proud of Pam tonight. We have 5 girls. We had 3 girls that didn't show up, and they're doing a whale of a job. They really are.
Sue, what was it like training at the IRSL school in Hayward, California, under Joni?
It was a lot of fun. Joni works real well with you, and there's a lot of people that are willing to give you a hand if you really need it. All you have to do is ask.
Is she a tough coach?
Sometimes, yeah. She can be. It's rough sometimes, yeah.
How's the training school going?
It's going real well.
Yeah.
We had an amateur game tonight before the game here, and she spotlighted some of our boys. We've got a whole bunch of kids that are on teams now. We've got 2 girls on the Pioneers, 2 girls on the Express, and 2 girls on the Bombers. So we're doing real well. We do need girls, so, you know, I'd like to invite anybody that wants to skate. You know, come on down. We'll give you a shot. The training it's fun. It's hard work, though.
Obviously, you've got a dandy right there.
I think Sue's going to be around a long time.
Okay. The women on the track.